I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. I want pie. Hungry, hungry, hungry. I want french fries.
Well, 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 what do we have here? Good morning, everybody. By the time you see this, it will probably be the afternoon, but right now it is 8:39. I have some essays to write, so of course, of course I'm gonna procrastinate, right? So, my father once made a statement that I'll never forget. He said, "Shivy, you come from a long line of family members that suffer from an extremely debilitating disease. And it's important that you understand that." And I said, "Well, Father, what disease would that be?" And he said, "Procrastination. Because it is a disease. It gets in the way of everything. Except the stuff that, you weren't planning on doing. Like, I remember in college, during the finals periods, excuse me, what would it be my show if I didn't blow my nose at least once? Anyway, so, during finals, my apartment would be the cleanest it's ever been. So now that I have to write some essays, I thought I would do another Chantal reaction video. The first Chantal video, I had people complaining that I did a Chantal video. And a lot of you were really happy that I did another video on her, so I am here to please you. So I am drinking my coffee. My keto coffee. My coffeedo. And I've got my old trusty vape here. She made a cameo in my last video. And we're just gonna go ahead and proceed. So something's different. So from what I've heard in the comments, what I've read in the comments is that she's worse than Amberlynn. And as far as personality goes, I would definitely say so. I mean, worst is a bad term for this, I think. I would say different. However, Amberlynn is far more entertaining. By the way, I don't believe that there's any such thing as a healthy mukbang. I want to know how you really say that.
Mukbang.
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 Mukbang. Okay. So, there's no such thing as a healthy mukbang. Mukbang. Pardon me. No blows. No blows. Nose blow number 2. So, we've got mukbang, healthy mukbang, vegan mukbang. Okay, look. Just because you're eating vegan doesn't mean that you're not getting fatter. Man, I'm feeling feisty. I'm not as feisty as I was in the last video. I just had to get that out there. I woke up at 7 this morning because Stompy McStomperson Godzilla upstairs decided that they were going to run across the apartment back and forth. I guess they must have been running late. I don't know. So, I think I'm procrastinating this video, quite honestly. Alright, we're going to go 1.5 speed, because that's the only way she's tolerable. Actually, you know what? Let's take it up a notch. We've got 11,645 views. And of course, she's got her likes and dislikes turned off. Gee, I wonder why. Okay, let's go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Hey guys, hey. Hi guys, hi. So, how are you today? How are you? I thought I would eat my lunch with you guys and do an update on how I'm doing, which is obviously a lot better than I was last night, that's for sure.
What happened last night? What happened last night?
Hey guys, I'm recording this as a voice recording instead of a video because I just don't really feel like going on camera. I've been crying and my eyes are puffy and I don't feel like getting out of bed, actually. I do want to talk to you guys, and I'm hoping that I can do so freely and openly, and I really just I'm hoping that you'll just listen to me and just suspend any feelings you have towards me for the next few minutes and just listen, and please be kind, because right now I just feel like I need a bit of empathy. I feel like I need a bit of understanding, and I guess I just need to talk this out.
I do feel like she has that. Again, I'm not a doctor, but just based on the few videos. Oh, by the way, some of you were saying that I need to watch the infamous Dingleberry Pringles lid video. I have seen that one. So there are a few Chantal videos that I've seen over the past year or so, but not very many. That video was so disgusting that I almost can't watch it again. So let me think about that. I think maybe that's one of those videos that I need to watch later on once I've gotten to know Chantal a little bit better. And so, alright, let's proceed.
I guess I just need to talk this out. And really, I'm alone right now, and I don't know what else to do. It's like 2 in the morning. And for me, unfortunately, the binge cycle continues. And I'm a lot worse off than I ever realized I was. And I'm so tired and overwhelmed with the amount of recovery I have ahead of me. I don't even know what's wrong with me. I don't know how to fix it. Just when I think I know how, just when I think I have a little bit of control over this, I binge. Something happens and it's like I go on autopilot and I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know.
It's like somebody being possessed is kind of what she acts like. And why she chooses to do this on camera, why she chooses to do mukbangs on camera, I don't know. That, to me, is where I get confused about these people.
He forgot to bring them to work. And I went in the kitchen on this autopilot mode, feeling full of anxiety, knowing I tried to ignore it. I was laying in bed watching something, and I kept thinking of the tools they teach you, like in the binge code or whatever. Try to distract yourself, ride the wave, ride the urge wave.
Binge code. Top 5 steps. Okay, top 5 ways. Keep yourself hydrated, not stepping on the scale, and checking your weight frequently, which this can turn to a bad habit. Yes. Okay, so what do I know about binge eating? Why do I feel like I can say yes, no, whatever? Well, I guess I can out myself now. I've talked to my mom about this. I've talked to my husband about this. When I was about 13, right after I turned 13, the summer that I turned 13, I started to be more aware of the fact that I couldn't stop eating. And I had gained a bunch of weight that summer. This was the summer before 8th grade. And I had gained a bunch of weight. I'd gone to my grandmother's house. I'd gained a bunch of weight in like 2 weeks. I had stretch marks all over the place and freaking out about it. And something came over me and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I can't be like this anymore. So I went the opposite direction, and well, not the opposite direction. I realized, you know what? What if I just throw up after I eat? So I started doing that, and then around the same time, I had gotten a hold of some diet pills that I found in the cabinet, just some old diet pills, and started taking those. I think I took like 4 the first time I looked. Of course, I looked at the directions, and it said you can take up to, you can like take up to 8 or something. So I started out with 4, and I was also doing athletics, you know, in school. I was also in sports in middle school. And so I remember my oldest brother came home from college, I guess sometime that fall. And he was like, "Oh my God, are you doing okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "You've lost a lot of weight." Which, you know, it was a combination of things. It was a combination of me working out every day. It was a combination of me taking diet pills and throwing up after I eat or after I have a binge. And so basically what ended up happening was up until probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, every time I would binge, I would have this uncontrollable need. It got to a point where I guess I was so young when I started, and that every time I would binge, I would vomit. It wasn't even, I didn't stick my finger down my throat. It's like my body just knew that that's something that I could do after a while, and so it would like my stomach would start convulsing, and I'd be like, "Oh, better throw up." And so I kept this hidden for a really long time. I didn't tell anybody about it. I told nobody. Not one single person knew this about me. Nothing. It was like the secret that I was holding in for so long. And when I was in my late 20s, I realized this is still happening to me. And also, I'd gone to the dentist, and I'd gone to the dentist for the first time since, like, college, I think. So it had been about 5 years or something. And I've always had pretty good teeth, so I don't worry too much about that. I brush and floss and do all that stuff, like, multiple times a day. And I'd gone to the dentist, and he said, "Oh, do you have acid reflux?" And I said, "Yes, very badly," which is also something that came about from this eating disorder that I dealt with for so long. And I said, "Oh, of course, yes, I have terrible acid reflux," which wasn't a lie, but I don't think I would have as bad of acid reflux if I hadn't have done that to my body for so long. And another thing was, one of the things was when I decided I was going to stop binging, I would exercise obsessively. I would go run. I would run obsessively. I would run every day. I would run miles. And that is also a part of bulimia. I hate saying that word. I hate it so much. That's why I haven't really said it. But basically, it's bulimia. That's what I've dealt with since I was 13 years old. And finally, after being called out by the dentist, not that he knew that I had, you know, been binging and purging, but, you know, that's one of those side effects is like, it's like, don't mess with my teeth, okay? That's one of the things that I'm so particular about is like my teeth. I love my teeth. And the fact that something that I did to my body for, you know, 20 years or whatever is something I have to deal with now every day, it sucks. So I, like the enamel on the back of my teeth is like pretty much no more. The front of my teeth are fine, but the back of my teeth, it's terrible. And I've mentioned this before, but why did I feel this way about myself? I am a child of an alcohol addict, and things weren't always simple growing up, and I think that was my way of coping. The binging was my way of coping, and the purging was my way of coping with the binging. And I had gotten made fun of in school In the 6th grade, for instance, these 2 boys were making fun of me. We were set up in pods in my science class, you know, where you have 4 desks facing each other. And these 2 boys spent like the whole class making fun of me, and I started crying. And it happens to be that the teacher was a coach. And she pulled me out of class. She said, "Why are you crying in class?" And I said, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so are nonstop making fun of me. They keep calling me fat. And she gave me lunch detention for disrupting class. And I realized no one's going to help me. No one's interested in helping me. My mom would put me in dance classes and things like that to kind of keep my body healthy, because she had noticed that I was getting a little chubby there, which is pretty normal for kids that age. You know, I mean, 10, 11, 12, I mean, there's a lot of chunky kids because you're about to grow. And I couldn't stand it anymore. All the girls in my class were so pretty and skinny and athletic, and I was disgusting. I couldn't stand myself. And so, I kept this secret hidden for so long. And like when I wasn't binging and purging or exercising or taking diet pills, I would not eat. I would eat once a day. And then go work out. And then go drink. I tried all kinds of things. I did this one time where I just ate blizzards for like a week. Dairy Queen blizzards. And of course I lost weight. But one thing is ice cream's a trigger for me. So whenever I eat ice cream, I have to be real careful about the amount that I eat because it'll trigger my stomach muscles to start convulsing like that. Finally, when I was in my late 20s, I told my licensed professional counselor mother about my issue. I told my husband, we were dating, and because I had started to feel that it was coming back, I had gone like a couple of years without doing it too much, but I really wanted to help myself, so I thought, you know what, the one thing that I haven't tried is telling people about it, telling people that I'm around a lot. And so I told my mother, and I told my future husband, and ever since then, I've kept it at bay. It hasn't been an issue. It's like outing myself made me feel better, and so I can understand the binge eating. Okay, I get it. I've been there. I still struggle with it. My stomach is hurting right now talking about this, by the way. It's like my stomach is like, it's like my stomach is like thinking of all the trauma that I've put it through. And, man, I've only told two people this, and now I'm telling the world, I guess, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I understand why Amberlynn and Chantal are so open about their binge eating, but what I don't understand, and maybe it's the disconnect between bulimia and just having binge eating disorder, but I don't understand how they can sit there and do mukbangs in front of everybody. Like it's almost like they're trying to out themselves so that they don't feel as guilty, like they don't feel as guilty for keeping it a secret. And it's one of those things that, like, unless you've been there, you just can't, you'll just never understand. And so because my binging had another component to it, many other components to it, I can't understand some of these things. Okay, I wanted to say that before I continued. Okay, so now that I've shared that information with you, let's continue with the binge eating, top 5 steps to quit binge eating. So the first thing they say is to stay hydrated, drink water. Not checking the scale. which I realized helps me. If I check the scale once a week or multiple times a week, it helps keep my weight controlled. Not weighing myself makes me binge. Really committing to stopping purge and binging behavior for good. Even if you overeat, like that makes that to me, that's like, to me, this one's like asking Amberlynn to lose weight. That's like why Optavia, apparently is how you say it. That's why Optavia isn't going to work for Amberlynn. Then she moves on to the topic of quick fixes and how you should try and seek those out, as they will only set you back. Try not to seek those out. Okay. Don't do quick fixes. New diet programs to eliminate food groups, as well as panicking when your body starts to bloat. Bloating is a simple way that your body is healing itself and relearning to normally digest food again, so this process needs to be approached with patience. Lastly, she talks about letting go of any ideas that binging can actually be of a benefit to you or your health. It might have caused weight loss at the beginning, but it will not cause weight loss long term. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I did not intend to share that very extremely personal information with you, but it is something that I think some people might benefit from hearing. I can't possibly be the only one who did stupid things and destroyed their body in their youth just to lose weight. And so that said, I'm going to go ahead and make a part 2 to this, where we actually address the most recent video of Chantal's, the whatever that one was that we were looking at earlier. So I'll be back, so stay tuned for part 2.